Yo, what's up, guys? It's I Just Reroll here. Nice to be back, and today we are going to do another VOD review. So we're going to do a VOD review of Yone reroll today. It's not a very common strategy, but personally I like it. I think it's strong, especially this patch, but it depends on the Mirage variant. So it's like if you have Executioners or electric, Yone reroll is really good. So those are the two ones that I'd really be looking out for Yone reroll rather than going like Deja if the Mirage is that. But yeah, like Mirage is something I've been playing for a long time. I've been playing since the start of the set Mirage, back when people said Deja sucked. I thought Deja was still really good even back then. So I think I have a pretty good grasp on how to play Mirage. So I'm actually planning on releasing like an in-depth guide on like all the different Mirage variants, basically. Because I think each variant should be played slightly differently or even very differently. So this is Executioners. I think the best way to play it is honestly Yone reroll. Deja does fine with Executioners. Deja and Cavaliers, this typical build everyone goes, is not bad, but I think Yone reroll slightly outdoes it. And it's basically a reroll comp, so we want to be doing most of our slow rolling at level 6. So this would be our level 6 team composition: Leone, Yone, Braum, Shen, Olaf, Aatrox, so 4 warriors, 2 guardians. You could also have 4 guardians, so Tarek and Thresh instead of Shen and Aatrox, I guess. But I prefer the 4 warriors version only because I've been watching some Koreans play this. Like, I watch Koreans more than NA and EU players, to be honest. So this was kind of inspired from them when I was watching them. There's this Challenger one-trick Yone player in Korea who plays Yone reroll, and this is his preferred level 6 squad. And then from there, like, you want to, like, once you have your 3-star Yone, you want to level up. You want to get 3-star Yone, and then you want to go to level 8 to play 4 warriors and 4 guardians with Yasuo rather than Aatrox. Braum will be our main tank. You can also try to 3-star him if possible in Executioners. In Electric, you might rather 3-star Leone, who knows. But anyways, you can also make use of spats. So here we have 3 Mirage, so we can put a Mirage spat on Olaf in this situation, but you could put it on anyone really, just to get 4 Mirage. Alternatively, you could get, let's say, a Guardian spat. And if you get a Guardian spat, it allows you to actually drop like the warriors and play, let's say, so instead of playing, oh god, all right, how do I do this? So we could do like this and that, and now we're able to play Idis in at level 8, basically, as we see. So we're going to have 6 Guardians, and because we kept the Mirage spat, we have 4 Mirage still. But if you can prioritize Guardian spat over Mirage spat in this particular comp. But anyways, this is it for the rundown of the comp. Let's get into the gameplay, guys. It's going to be a good one. All right, guys, let's get into the game. Here we have our full Masters lobby. And yeah, things have been going pretty well recently, as usual. So you're going to see that I'm going for a bow start here, especially a bow with Aatrox. Looks juicy. We definitely want to be picking that up. I'm enjoying bow starts, but I mean, like, really the starting item is not too important, but bow start is just super versatile. Lots of great early items: Static Shiv, Guinsoo's Rage Blade, and you know, I'm not like going into a game thinking I'm gonna force Yone reroll. It's I consider myself quite flexible, although I want to make my decision on which comps I commit to as early as possible, if I can do that at all. Only because I think that's simplifies a lot of decisions, and it makes it easier to like build economy if we commit to a comp early. But anyways, over here we don't have a amazing shop. There's nothing I quite want because we have 2 bows. So like I think I should pick up Ezreal because he's probably going to be another unit that could potentially use like bow items. So Ezreal and Nidalee, but I rather pick up Ezreal. And Skarner, I pick up Skarner here, I believe, because Skarner's just kind of like generally good, I think. Or maybe I pick up Nidalee. I mean, Nidalee uses bow items well, but I just pick up Skarner because I'd rather use one of these 2 units, right? And here we have Lee. I could sell Lee to pick up an Astral shop, but I have 2 bows, so I don't really want to play Astral this game. So I decided to stick with Lee, since maybe I could make use of Tempest with Ezreal. We have Set. I'm thinking maybe it's a Set reroll game now, like 2 bows. Could be like Giant Spelt, Rageblade, or like Rageblade plus Titans or something. There's like 2 Threshes also in the shop, but like honestly I'm a bit confused. I think I did check the Mirage variant, it was Executioners. So I pick up 1 Thresh at least. What did I actually sell for that? Oh, I saw the Twitch. Yeah, I mean, Twitch can be used here actually with Ezreal. I could have actually put in like Ezreal, Twitch, and Lee Sin at level 3, right? That would have been pretty decent. Over here, none of the options are really too great, but I don't want to commit myself to Evokers. I don't really have many like mana or AP items. Clear Mind, I think it's really good. I just don't really know how to use it. Like I want to have some units on my bench in general, especially this round. Like if I pick Clear Mind here, I'm just gonna like sack everything, right? And then like we see 2 Broms, so I mean we see 2 Broms, 2 Sennas, so we need to pick up some pairs here. I mean, I'm putting in my Tempest Synergy and I'm thinking like, how can I possibly pick up like 2 Broms, 2 Sennas? Like we got 2 Broms and a Thresh, so like we could have a Guardian start with Brom, who's like super strong as an early Guardian. So I feel like I should really give up on these Astrals, which I do. And I want to pick up 2 Sennas too, just because Senna is a decent unit. And yeah, I didn't level to 4 because we have a decent amount of pairs, and because, like, to be honest, it's kind of hard to decide what to do. We're not really sure what we're playing yet. We have double bow and 1 cloak start, so I mean, with Executioners, Yone reroll is certainly a choice. I'm thinking also like Elise Siphon could be a choice. I'm thinking like Corki comps could be a choice. I'm thinking like Olaf Scalescorn, 1 Yone, and I'm also thinking like maybe Shiryu, although Shiryu prefers swords rather than bows, so I'm not too sure about Shiryu. And like this Yone's super good for me because at this point I have like an early Yone and I already have like 2 Guardians and I have like Aatrox, so like and it's Executioners, and I have Thrill of the Hunt. And Thrill of the Hunt, although like it's not great on every single comp, right? It's actually excellent with Yone. Like he can get a ton of resets. He's using a Rage Blade as one of his core items. He can scale as the fight goes on. So like Thrill of the Hunt, super good with Yone. So it's looking more and more like a Yone game already, although I'm not totally committed yet, since I still have like a bunch of units on my bench. But yeah, we want to start putting items on Yone in this situation. We lost the first round, so we're definitely not going to level here. And I don't mind loose streaking for a bit, basically. I haven't really been doing much scouting because, to be honest, I'm still a bit confused as to what I'm planning on playing, really. And I don't think we even played our strongest board. I mean, we had 2 Tempest, like, I think 2 Tempest is strong early game. And I'm not sure if I'd rather have 2 Guardians or 2 Tempest. But now we have Braum 2, so I'd probably want to have Braum 2 in. So now we got 2 Guardians with Yone and a Senate 2, this is probably our strongest board right now. And if we can, we want to get to 10 gold now. Like at this moment, this is our board. And like upgrading Braum 2, it's like a big signal I want to go Yone. So like by this point I'm already thinking, all right, I'm forcing Yone. Like I think this is around the point when I decided I'm just gonna force Yone reroll. And we're gonna hope for the best. So, I mean, other than the 2 Guardians, we don't have many synergies. We rather have Leona than Thresh, to be honest, just for the Mirage synergy. But I mean, we're not really too interested in winning any rounds either. Like we lost the first 2, so we want to keep losing right now. There's a Yone here, but we already have enough bows, so we really want a Gwinsu's Rage Blade, so we pick up the Rod, which makes a ton of sense here. And we're going to build a Gwinsu's Rage Blade. The cloak is also useful in this comp. We need plenty of cloak items. Like the items are very important for Yone reroll. Like you want exactly a Gwinsu's Rage Blade and a QSS and a healing item. The healing item doesn't need to be Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster is preferred. It could also be Hand of Justice. It could even be Gunblade. Yeah, I know that this Senna is like replaceable, right? So okay. Actually, I see an Olaf in my shop. So Olaf gives me 2 warrior synergy. It gives me like 2 scale score, and I think Olaf is better. So I'm just gonna do that. Olaf is actually a good secondary carry in this team composition. So it's not bad to itemize him early. But I mean, I put a cloak on Yone already, so I don't want to just slam a Runons already or something. And this Pain Goa Son guy is very strong. So we are not going to kill a single unit here. But I mean, that's fine. Like we're loose streaking intentionally right now. We're not trying to win anything. Like what I noticed in a lot of my lobbies, like in Masters, like everyone wants to win streak. Like I almost never see people trying to lose streak. Like almost everyone tries to play their strongest board. And it results in a lot of people going like win-loss, which is like, I mean, they stay a bit more healthy health-wise, but I think the economy gets kind of messed up. So I think it's like maybe a bit of a leak or a slight mistake that people could try to improve in general. I see another Yone Guardians player here. I'm not sure if he's going for the same build as me though. But yeah, it's not very nice to play from behind, health-wise obviously, but sometimes it's probably the best play. Like here I'm just, you know, I'm very weak. I'm making a lot of money with this loss streak, so we want to keep the loss streak going basically. I'm now at 64 health, which isn't great, but I'm gonna hit a big spike when I hit Yone 2, which will be done at level 6. Here, I want to sacrifice my Olaf, and to be honest, like, the rest of my team looks quite weak. So I think I need to level up here. I'm not sure if I need to level up, but I'm not sure if, like, a level 4 team is good enough here. So I level to 5 just to make sure I can beat these Krugs, sacrificing my Olaf at the same time. Another cloak, which means we pretty much got BIS Yone items, so it's going to be QSS and Bloodthirster onto Yone additionally, and then this bow item will probably be something for our Olaf. I get rid of Nunu. We could get 2 Mirages, but I'd rather have Leona than Nunu, so we're in a bit of an awkward spot. We hit Aatrox 2. Aatrox 2 or Shen 1. Kind of close, to be honest. Especially in this comp, like Shen 1 is just really good. Like Shen 1 can block a lot of auto attacks. But Aatrox is 1, like 2-star is really strong early game, actually. But anyways. Yeah, I'm already putting the cloak onto my Yone. I know it's always going to become BT here. And like we see, everyone I've played so far is like hard leveling, right? They're like hard trying to win streak. This guy's level 6. The other guy was level... Like everyone I fought earlier in stage 2 was level 5. And I am down to 52 health. So like we need to like power spike now. So we need to go to level 6 now, and we need to get at least Yone 2. And preferably more. Okay, so here, none of these options are really great. Like, Luden's terrible for Yone comps. Scale Scorn, I mean, I've never actually tried it, but thinking about it now, like, we already have 2 Scale Scorn, so if we get a Scale Scorn heart, we could just put in 1 more, but then it's kind of complicated, like what we do at level 8, so... and then first aid kit, like, we already have healing items, like I'm already committed to building a BT. And we have a lot of like resistances without Guardian, so I don't like any of these options, so I decide I'm gonna reroll here. Not sure if it's the best, but like... And then we see featherweights, and it's like, oh nice, featherweights is incredible for Yone reroll because he's a tier 2 champion. He's going to gain move speed and attack speed, both which are super good for him because he doesn't want to like be the main frontliner, so he takes a second or 2 to walk up anyways. So this is like one of the best augments, like featherweights, for this specific team composition. So that's super good. So we level to 6, and our goal at level 6 is to get our 4 warriors in and to find Yone 2. And I want to switch this Thresh for Leona to get the Mirage in. Even if I have Thresh 2, I'd rather be playing Leona, to be honest. And I'm really looking for Yone. I finally find him. And now we are going to try and push level 7. Like, hopefully this is stable enough for us. We cannot really be sure. Notice the positioning of Yone. I put him like just in front of Thresh. He's going to walk around these units basically. He'll never be the first one to be getting attacked by anybody. Looks like I'm more interested in scouting a bit now. But yeah, we hit Yone 2. We got 4 warriors, and this is going to be quite a bit of a power spike for us. 4 warriors with the Executioner's Mirage. Very nice synergy. The 4 warriors gives like a chance to deal extra damage and add the extra like Executioner's crit damage on top. It's quite a bit of damage in total. So I like going Yone reroll with Executioner's Mirage because Executioner's is a good Mirage, but I don't see much use of going above 4 Mirage, to be honest. I think like 2 or 4 Mirage is already good, but going like vertical Mirage with Deja, getting like 6 or 8 Mirage isn't as beneficial with this particular Mirage variant. And I don't think Deja makes the best use of it. I mean, Deja is not the worst with Executioners, but I definitely find Yone utilizes it better. Yeah, so as we see, we hit Yone 2, we got our 4 warriors, and it's at this point where we can see we're pretty stable, we're pretty strong. You know, that fight wasn't even really close. And yeah, we're gonna just start win streaking everything right now. So we want a sword. And it's actually pretty nice to be this low on health, because we get to pick the perfect items. So loose streaking wasn't even too bad. The problem is we haven't seen any extra Yones. Like, we would want some extra Yones. We definitely want Yone 3 before stage 5 starts. So that's not great, but at the same time we do need to rebuild our economy right now. But soon enough people will catch up to us. I mean, we see some Threshes on the shop, but Thresh isn't like crucial to 3-star at all in this comp. I'd say we mainly care about Braum. So there's a lot of Jade players in this lobby. And you'd think that Jade would like crush a comp like Yone reroll. You'd think that Jade would crush like Olaf comps or Yone comps, because we're like melee damage dealers, right? But as you're gonna see in this game, we do quite well here. So I hit 40 gold. I don't care much about Nunu. And we're going for Yone 3, we're not going for Braum 3. But yeah, the start of this game was kind of low roll, but at the end, like the second half of this game, I do admit I'm kind of high rolling. As you're about to see with my augments and stuff. So I'm not really repositioning much, to be honest. Like, I just don't see the point. Like, my positioning right now is a good default. I got my Olaf out there in front, just like, so he's the first one getting attacked. I don't mind keeping on stacking him. He's not going to be the carry, but the more powerful I make him, the better, basically. But I still got like Guardians and Shen right next to him, so I still don't mind if he dies. This guy got a Deja, which is fine for us, because we don't want to go Deja. And yeah, we are beating people who have some dragons right now. And it is going to be the creep round. So we hit above the 50 gold threshold finally. It's kind of late, because we spent a lot of gold rolling for Yone 2 when we rolled level to 6. Sacking our Olaf here again. But yeah, we're gonna stay on level 6 and try and hit Yone 3, basically. That's our main concern. Over here, for some reason, we hit another Braum, so I guess now we're gonna try and get Braum 3, and then we also just hit 2 Yones. So this was a bit of a high roll here. So we get a lot of gold. We hit 2 Yones. This is all very good for us. Yeah, this is all good. We upgrade our Olaf here. Yeah, so actually I'm about to build a Last Whisper on my Olaf. So I could have either built Rageblade or Last Whisper, but Last Whisper is actually super good on Olaf when we have 4 warriors. So when we have like only 2 warriors with Olaf or no warriors, like Last Whisper is not that great, but again, Last Whisper kind of synergizes with 4 warriors. So you have all these synergies going on right now. We got Executioner's synergy, we got Last Whisper synergy, we got 4 warriors synergy. So we got so much damage amp and so much damage synergies. We're going to be dealing so much damage this game. And this guy's pretty weak too. Like, he's also the same level as us. He's going for Volibear reroll. I feel like Volibear reroll is pretty strong in the meta, but I'm not sure. I feel like this game at least, I kind of shit on Volibear reroll. Okay, here, I don't want to take a Bruiser Crown, because I think Bruisers kind of scale off, like they fall off late game, since it's like a flat trait, right? Like it's not a percentage trait, so I'm not really too interested in that. Item grab bag can be okay, but to be honest, I already have BIS Yone, so I'm not like super interested. Like we don't really need tank items with this team because our team is already so tanky with Guardian synergy, and then we don't really need too many extra items, to be honest. Cursed Crown, then, is kind of our only option left. And I have never played Cursed Crown with this particular team comp. I don't play it often anyways. But just looking at it, I was thinking in my head, all right, I can go to level 8 and I can play 4 Warriors, 4 Guardians, and 4 Scale Scorn, which is everything together sounds super OP, so I'm just gonna pick that. So this ends up being not a pure Yone reroll game, but yeah, we end up getting 4 Scale Scorn in here in the end as well. It was super fun, in the end, and our team was super busted actually. So there's a Lilia. I mean, I should be picking Lilia up, to be honest, but I wasn't totally but the thing is, I still want to get Yone 3, so I was maybe I'll pick up the other Scale Scorns later. I mean, I'm sure there's some other team comps that you can come up with Cursed Crown, with this, but I was kind of that was the first thing that came to my mind, basically. I mean, I did think about adding Deja rather than Scale Scorn, but we already have 2 Scale Scorn in here, so I was I don't want to negate that synergy, since Olaf is a secondary carry. And at the same time, I didn't want to... I don't see the point of too many Mirage, as I said, with this particular variant. Over here we put in our 4 Guardians because of Cursed Crown, since we just got +2 team size. So actually it's super good here, getting Cursed Crown level 6 4-1 here. It was super good because we have our level 8 comp already in, basically. So that's super good for us. Here we see, again, I'm skipping the Scale Scorns. I'm just really interested in picking up Yones, to be honest, which makes sense. And then I pick up some Shens, but, I should sell Shen. There's not really much point going for Shen 3. But, okay, we didn't have to roll too much for Yone 3, so we hit Yone 3, and we want to go and push level 8 now and get our 4 Scale Scorns in. Yeah, so we just hit a very big power spike. So we are extremely strong right now. It's going to be so hard for anybody to beat us for a very long time. We're far ahead of the lobby tempo, since we have our level 8 comp already. I mean, obviously with Cursed Crown, you really don't want to lose a round anyway, because if you do lose a round, you lose a lot of health. What do I go for here? Looks like I pick up another cloak. Oh yeah, Ionic Spark, yeah. Yeah, Ionic Spark is obviously a great item with 4 Scale Scorn. So I know I'm going to go for 4 Scale Scorn. So from this point, I'm going to pick up Diana and Lilia and try go level 8 to get my 4 Scale Scorn in. And then it's Ionic Spark will synergize really greatly with the 4 Scale Scorn. Direct damage items generally do amazing with 4 Scale Scorn. I'm just putting it on Braum. He's tanky, why not? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going for Braum 3 this game also, because I already have so many Braums, yeah. So I wasn't even trying to level up here. I was just going for Braum, right? As you see. I don't actually care about Diana 3 or Lilia 3 this game. This guy has an ASOL, but it doesn't matter. We got Guardians. Like, we have so much tankiness with 4 Guardians. Mage ASOL is not scary to Yone reroll with 4 Guardians, guys. Maybe at 2-starred. Okay, and then I kind of get fed up and I decide to just level. Like, I kind of get fed up of rolling for Braum. I don't know. Like, I feel like I should have kept rolling for Braum, actually, to be honest. We also leveled at the incorrect interval. We didn't hit a huge powerful spike by just putting in 1 scale scorn. Like we get a big power spike by putting in 2 scale scorns at level 8, but just putting in Diana here doesn't really do too much, so I don't really agree with this. I think I should have just kept going for Braum 3, but maybe I was worried that there was other Braum players or something. Like, I don't know, but there's not, so... Yeah, I don't like that decision by me. Here I decide to change the positioning of my Yone. And it's the first round where I actually lost for some reason. I mean, we lost because, as we see, this Shiryu is targeting our Yone, and our Yone is attacking, like, Nico, so... And his Nico has Sunfire Cape as well. He also has, like, Yasuo doing, like, some splash damage. So, it was mainly the Shiryu attacking our Yone first. So actually... I should have just stayed on the left side. I like switch sides sometimes just to be like, you know what, let's switch sides and be a bit unpredictable. But to be honest, 90% of the time, just sticking on this side and this little cubby here seems to be working the best. Okay, here we have Thieves' Gloves and Sunfire Cape. So I'm like, alright, I'm taking that. Like, I could use some anti-healing, especially in a lobby full of... Jade players. Like, there's several Jade players in this lobby. So I hit Braum, so I'm like, alright, whatever, I'm just rolling to get Braum 3. So I'm rolling as much as I can for Braum 3. I'm also going to try and 3-star Olaf this game. So we hit Braum, and now we're gonna try and go push level 8. But yeah, that last loss was not the best. We are low on health now when we need to be winning rounds. I put Thieves' Gloves on Diana because she can make use of it. We hit like a locket, so I'm just gonna make use of the locket this round, which is good. And I have a spare belt. The next round, the next carousel will be a full item, so I'm just putting it on Leona in case I can build a Zephyr later in the game or something, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter who you put the Giant's belt on, I guess, but it's better to use it than leave it on the bench, I guess. And we are still very strong. Like, I think the last round we lost was a bit of a fluke. It was mainly positioning diff, the last round we lost, because Shiryu just walked up and focused our Yone while our Yone was focusing the Nico. And our Yone didn't have a Guardian next to him either. The Shen was also on the other side. Like, with this comp, make sure that Yone is close to Guardians, because we have 4 Guardians. The Guardians can provide big shields to our Yone, so Make sure Yone always walks up next to our Guardians, preferably also close to our Shen, so maybe Shen can block some damage. Quirky player here. But I mean, I just remember in this game, like, to be honest, from this point we just won out. We did not lose a single round. So we hit Lilia here, but we don't really have enough gold to level up. Like, we really want to get to level 8 and just put Lilia in. Just to get that immediate extra synergy. It's going to be a huge spike actually. Like, 2 scale scorn to 4 scale scorn is also a big difference. Okay, so I saw we had a good chance of fighting a Volibear player, and I want to be on the opposite side of Volibear. Like, I want my Yone to be killing other units and scaling that up that attack speed. So this was a good reason to put my Yone on the opposite side. And as we see, we basically destroy this Volibear player. Like, as long as my Yone isn't the first unit to die, we're gonna have a very good shot at winning these. Here, I have 4 scale scorn, so I'm like Runon's Hurricane. I mean, I could have gone for a Zephyr, but there's still a good amount of players left in the lobby. And I think Runon's Hurricane, super valuable. I'm not sure if Last Whisper applies with Runon's Hurricane. If it does, that would be a pretty cool interaction. Maybe someone who's watching could let me know. So this is going to be the last round before I level up. Here our Yone gets Zephyred, unfortunately, which is pretty bad. I don't think I actually saw the Zephyr. I mean, it's on the Thief's Gloves, so that's acceptable. But as we're gonna see, we got Braum 3, we got Yone 3. Yone is last alive. It doesn't matter, guys. Like, this comp is so strong. That guy's team was quite strong, but even without the 4 scale scorn, we did great here. Like, here I'm 36 away, I should just level. Like, I want to spike. Like, it doesn't matter if the interval is wrong, like, I want to put in my Lilia. Big power spike here. I could have definitely done the leveling and rolling a bit better. Like, I should have rolled for Braum at 6, and then that way I could have had a bit more gold at level 7 to level up, I think. Here I noticed I had a shroud, so I just positioned it in a place where I saw a lot of people were. So this is a decent shroud. Now Yone is in a great position. This guy has a very strong Yasuo, but we managed to kill him, and he does not kill anyone, so that guy took a lot of damage. And from this point, we basically just want to roll and get Olaf 3. Like, I'm holding on to, like, Leona's here, but we're probably not going to hit her with these odds. And Leona's not that important to this comp anyways. The Infinity Edge, not an amazing item, but we can put it onto Olaf, like, why not? Okay, so we have a good amount of gold. We also have a Zephyr here, so we are interested in positioning our Zephyr to hit something, basically, something useful, and at the same time, we want to get above the 50 gold threshold so that we can try and hit Olaf 3. I mean, there's not much else to add to this comp. Like, maybe Pike at level 9 for, like, Whispers plus Assassins. But other than that, our comp is pretty much complete. The lobby is quite low in health, so we're interested in, like, we're probably going to spend most of our gold just rolling for Olaf 3, to be honest, at this point. Like, the lobby is very low. We're not going to have much opportunity to get to level 9. We find Yasuo here, so we're going to replace our Aatrox, obviously. And here I take out Diana to put the Thieves' Gloves onto Yasuo, which makes a lot of sense. And then we're just slow rolling for now for Olaf 3. When we still have 2 lives here. Unless maybe we get like 7-0'd and we kill nobody, but it's very unlikely we kill nobody, so I think we still have 2 lives here. I walked into his Zephyr, I think. To be honest, I did not see his Zephyr. But it doesn't really matter because our comp is so strong, and it's just gonna mean our Yone will never be the first person getting attacked. So it's not even that bad for us actually, as we see here. And we are destroying these Shiryu players. So we're gonna roll down now for Olaf. We're 1 away from Olaf. There we go. We hit our Olaf 3 and we are very strong. I'm not sure why I'm picking up Idis. We don't have a Guardian Crest. Here I notice we have a Locket again, so I just put Yasuo next to Yone, which is good. And here, this is a good fight for us because his Shiryu is targeting our Braum and getting hit by Sunfire Cape, and our Yone is attacking his Shiryu for free. So his positioning is kind of bad here, which gives us a nice win. And yeah, we are like top 2. We're getting into the last fight. I see a Yasuo, so I'm like, all right, let's pick up Yasuo, try hit Yasuo 2 maybe. I mean, yeah, I don't know why I'm holding on to this Idis. But yeah, now we're just gonna be rolling for Yasuo 2, maybe Diana, but we're probably not hitting Diana. I missed one Diana there. I'm just looking for Yasuo here. And we hit Yasuo, so I guess we just win the game. Like, if the guy lost the last fight so hard, he'll probably lose this next one. I'm assuming he's positioned a bit better this fight. So I put my Yone on the other side. So yeah, he's making sure his Shiryu isn't getting hit by Yone first. It's a bit better by him, but my Yone is still well positioned. And yeah, Yone killed his Yasuo and his Shiryu, so that was a nice game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something, and maybe try Executioner's Yone out in your own games. It's very strong, as you see. Peace out, guys.